Running has given me a lot in the last 4 years. It's put me down routes in life I never thought I would go down, or allow me to do things that I never thought was possible. My name's Andy, and I'm doing Tranters Round to raise funds for Mikeysline at the end of August, start of September. Tranters Round is a 24-hour classic Scottish running challenge founded by William Tranter in 1964, and it spans 60 kilometres with 6,000 metres of ascent over 18 Munros. Depending which way you do the route, you could end up starting ascending to the UK's highest point, which is Ben Nevis, or after all the running and all the ascent you've done, your final peak could be Ben Nevis, which would lead you down the UK's longest descent. I remember I started hill walking in about 2020, and at the time I was in a bad place mentally and physically. Actually, I was really overweight. I was drinking a lot, doing things I shouldn't have been doing, eating a lot of bad food, and just had a lot of unhealthy habits. So a mate said, let's go camping for a few days and get away from things for a bit. So I ended up camping beside a loch, and then saw this hill. It was only like 200 metres tall, I think. I looked at an OS map recently at it, and he was like, want to go up that? So he takes us alongside the loch side, and it's like, right, we're going up here, and there was no path. It was just picked a random bit, and just went up we go, and grabbing onto the side of the hill, and grassy trussocks, just climbing up, just can't like scrambling, but just on grassy trussocks. After that, I wanted to do more hill climbing because I felt some form of achievement in doing this small hill. So went into Loch Highlands, started looking at routes, and I was like, well, I want to start doing the whole hill walking. I may as well start with the biggest one. So I showed him the CMD Ben Nevis route, and he's like, you sure you want to do that, mate? It's like, yeah, let's go for it. So I remember that day it took us like 13-14 hours or something because I was just so unfit. I really struggled with it, but I remember getting to the top of Ben Nevis and just blue skies and views for miles and no one on top. It was amazing. I remember in late 2020, after doing some hill walking and getting to the gym and getting into a better routine and sobering up and getting healthy, there was a guy called Donny Campbell who's doing a continuous Munro round, which involves doing all of Scotland's 282 Munros continuously. So the challenge is you kayak sometimes over from Mull over, then you cycle 2 Munros, run up them, walk up them, whatever you want to do, and sleep, and then repeat the next day. And I thought that was like incredible, but I didn't realise people ran up and down Munros and hills, so it's like, I think I could do that. So I remember looking into it in late 2020, and in early 2021 I got my first pair of trail runners and I started doing a bit of like road running, flat ground running. But my first ever hill run was Ben Nevis, which is just north of Inverness, and it was awful on the uphill. I just remember my calves being in absolute agony doing it, and I remember walking and hill walkers managing to keep up because I was like just going so slowly in the walks trying to recover. But since then I've worked with an amazing running coach who's taken me to the level of now being able to do ultras in the hills. I mean, I've seen some incredible stuff in Scotland. I'm on 195 Munros just now. I've seen amazing sunrises, sunsets. I've been in the pitch black running in the hills. I've gone into the lakes to do an ultra event. I was in Wales this year doing an ultra event, and I've seen some incredible things and done some pretty cool stuff. The reason why I want to do this for Mikeysline is for the last 10 years they've been supporting people in the Highlands with their mental health and been doing a lot to raise awareness of mental health and trying to help break the stigma around it. no matter how big or small an issue is with Mikeysline, they're always there to support anyone. I mean, as I say, the last 10 years, the volunteers with Mikeysline have just been amazing. And I think everyone down in Mikeysline is incredible and continues to do incredible work. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I was kind of conceptualizing the idea of like, let's go ultra, let's do it, let's finally do the thing you wanted to do. And I had other stuff going on in life at the time, and I remember being in the hills. Wasn't like I was doing anything like major downhill, no major downhill here. I remember the first time it happened, the body just, everything just got really tense. I was really stressed and overwhelmed with anxiety, and then like my breathing changed. It was like really like fast breathing. It was almost like it was sort of having like kind of a, describe it as like someone having a panic attack. And my solution at the time was to, let's go run more. This is gonna help. Obviously it didn't. So I spoke to some mates who were like, hey, go speak to someone. I did, and it really helped me understand what was going on and talk things out and figure things out. And yeah, it was great. And I mean, not everyone has that, you know. Not everyone has friends, family they can go speak to about things when they're mentally struggling, or they don't have an outlet to reflect upon things like I do, or they don't have an outlet like running the hills or anything. But people who work at Mikeysline and having something in place like Mikeysline makes all the difference. I don't really have a set time for the Tranters Challenge, I just want to do it. I mean, I failed it the first time I did it last year when it was blazing hot, and I didn't sleep for a challenge. I just kind of woke up, picked up the support runner, went down to Glen Nevis and set off at 2 AM. No sleep, and it was a disaster. But this time I feel more well equipped, so we'll see how I do, but I've got no time for it. I just want to do it.